Have you ever looked back over the last few years and realized you've been waiting? Not waiting for anything specific, just waiting. Waiting until life slows down or work isn't so busy or until you have a little bit more money maybe, or you feel more confident, or you're waiting to feel like you know what you're doing. I don't think I even realized I was doing it. I just kind of kept telling myself, once things settle down, then life would start. But here's what I've learned. Well, it's kind of too much to explain in one video, but somewhere along the way, after one big life change, and then another, I realized something. Life doesn't really settle down, unfortunately. It just changes. For me, life has looked very different over the last few years. A romantic relationship that I thought would never end became a wonderful co-parenting friendship. My older kids blossomed into adulthood and moved out on their own. I was blessed with a new baby in my 40s, and just when I thought my career was over, the universe had other plans. It nudged me into a brand new job that turned out to be one of the biggest blessings in my life, and now, somehow, I'm sitting here talking to a camera, trying to build a YouTube channel. I definitely didn't have that one on my bingo card. Apparently, the universe never got the memo that I was waiting for everything to become convenient first, because it never did. There was always another reason to wait, another excuse, another season, another I'll start Monday. One day I realized something. Nobody was coming to tell me, okay, Jennifer, everything's finally organized. Your life's officially ready and you may begin now. It sounds kind of funny, but I think a lot of us are secretly waiting for permission. You know, permission to change, or permission to dream bigger, permission to try something new, or permission to become someone different. The funny thing is that permission never really comes, guys. You have to give it to yourself. So I stopped waiting, not all at once, and not with a huge dramatic decision. I did it with one tiny decision at a time. I started getting up a little earlier. Not if we're in the morning, let's not get carried away, but in enough time to enjoy a coffee and sit quietly for a few minutes and maybe meditate and visualize the kind of life I wanted to build. And I did all this before the world started asking things from me. That was huge. And I stopped putting so much pressure on myself to have some perfect morning routine. Some mornings are great, some mornings are not. That's okay. I did add a few simple habits though. I make myself a power smoothie before work. I go for a walk. I read instead of scroll. I learn something new every day. I'll film one video or post one reel or write down one idea. None of those things changed my life overnight, but together they have definitely started changing me. I've also started paying attention to the conversations happening inside my own head because honestly, sometimes I was the meanest person I talked to all day. Now, when I catch myself getting overwhelmed, I literally say out loud, "It's okay, Jen," or "Today's going to be a great day," or my favorite, "Everything is always working out for me." It probably sounds a little silly, but you'd be amazed what happens when your inner voice starts sounding like someone who's actually on your side. Looking back, I don't think my life changed because one huge thing happened. I think it changed because one ordinary Tuesday, I decided I was done waiting. But I also decided to change what I was paying attention to. Instead of constantly noticing everything that wasn't working, I started intentionally looking for everything that was. The people who loved me, the opportunities that were showing up, the lessons hidden inside my difficult seasons, the little wins I used to overlook, the beautiful moments that had actually been there all along. And the more I focused on what was already good, the more good seemed to find me. It didn't mean life suddenly became perfect. It meant I stopped giving all of my attention to what was missing and started appreciating what was already here. That's when things really began to change, not because my circumstances changed overnight, because I did. Do I have everything figured out? Absolutely not. But that's kind of the point of life, right? I don't think anyone wakes up one day with their whole life mapped out. You know, you figure out one thing and then you build on that. And that's what I've been doing. I started one YouTube channel. I learned the basics, kind of how to film. use a program for editing, how to upload a video without overthinking every little detail. And then once I felt like I had a little bit of a foundation and some traction, I started building a few more beginner channels because not because I know everything, because I don't, but now I have a place to experiment, to try different ideas, to learn what works, and to make mistakes, to get a little better every week. I think that's how most meaningful things in life are actually built, not by having the entire plan, but by taking the next step, and then the next one after that. You know, some days I still wonder what the hell I'm doing. Some days I record something 30 times because I forgot what I was saying. Some days I question all of it. And those days still count too, because they're part of the story. I'm not trying to create a perfect life anymore. I'm trying to create a life that actually feels like mine. And I think that's a much better goal to have. So if you've been waiting for the right time, the right circumstances, the right amount of confidence, or some magical moment when life finally feels like it's beginning for you, maybe this is your reminder. Life isn't starting someday, it's already happening. And maybe today is the day you stop waiting too. Thanks for spending a little time with me today. I would love to have you here, so if you want to subscribe, please do so, and I'll see you in the next one.